Since I've been doing my video devotionals, I've talked several times about the role of exercise in my life and how pivotal having a routine has been, how I thrive on the endorphins. I love getting out. I love stretching. It was such a significant part of my life in Moscow pre-COVID and a little bit during COVID and into the transition. And then I fell out of the habit, and I've really struggled to find the habit. And every once in a while I'll sort of find a rhythm, and then normally I fall off again. And the summer was no different. I walked a ton on our big trip, but then coming back thinking, oh yeah, I should totally exercise regularly, right? Because I love it. And having a time working out with a friend, having times climbing or hiking with friends, walking on the riverfront, meeting with some of you, all of those different things. And still, most nights between 8 and 10 o'clock, I'm like, I should get up early and work out tomorrow, right? Doesn't matter whether I get out and exercise outside, whether I do a short video, whether I sit on the stationary bike, whether I stretch, but doing something because I know it's good for me, right? I know I love it. And then inevitably 6 o'clock in the morning rolls around and I'm like, I really want to just stay in bed. I don't want to do that thing. And I feel the stuckness, both of me not doing the routine that I want to do. I also feel the stuckness of the emotion that's just sitting in my body. And I know that if I went out and moved my body in whatever kind of way, some of that stuckness would get unstuck. And yet I still cannot convince myself to be doing it readily. Not all of life is around exercise, but it really is such a great metaphor because I know that some of us are really struggling with getting back into the routine of church, right? We've loved church. It's meant so much for us. We feel so good afterwards. We have people there that we love and we do so well when we have that built into our routine and when we pray with people or when we sing the songs or once we're there, then we often stay afterwards and we maybe have coffee or treats and we get hugs and we talk with people and we catch up and it's just good for us. And maybe a friend invites us and so we go do the special thing and we think, I have got to get back into the routine because it does me so much good. And then, maybe the night before on Saturday night, we're thinking in the morning, I'm getting up, I'm doing the thing. And we sort of wake up at a reasonable hour to go participate and we're like, maybe just a little bit more sleep, or maybe I'm just going to stay in my bed, or maybe I'm going to go have breakfast instead. Maybe I'm going to call a friend, whatever it is. We make up excuses. We have reasons that we don't go, sometimes justified, sometimes not. Same like me, right? With my exercise, sometimes it's justified, sometimes it's not. Why does it have to be so hard? Knowing that there is something that is so, so good for our mind, body, and spirit. Knowing that there are people that we can connect with who are doing the same thing, who are finding shared connection, who are seeing that goodness in their life, and so they're developing the practice, and yet we have to keep talking ourselves into it. Garbage pails. So I don't want to make you feel bad. What I want to suggest is maybe this is the season for friends and companions. Maybe this is the season that instead of just convincing ourselves, we also commit to somebody else and say, hey, do you want to meet together for the 8 o'clock service? Do you want to meet together for the 10:15? Maybe we go to coffee first or we go to breakfast after, whatever it is, but make a commitment with somebody, make an invitation to somebody to help you do the thing you actually want to be doing, even though somehow you have to keep talking yourself into it. It's worth it, my friends. This afternoon, I was just feeling all the feelings and feeling heavy and gross, and I was like, you know what would help me? Getting outside and moving my body. My dogs would love me for it. It still took me 20 minutes to convince myself, but eventually I got here, which is about 0.6 of a mile away from the house. I don't know how much further I'm going to go, but at least I did this, and this is going to help me feel better. And maybe tomorrow it'll help me get outside again or stay inside and move my body so that I can reap the benefits. Maybe. Take care, friends.